Good morning, students. In previous class, we discussed about transpose of matrices and some of its applications, skew matrix, symmetric matrix, skew symmetric matrix, and its applications. Now, let us discuss some problems from exercise based on those problems. Let us consider A matrix as 3 by 3, which is square matrix, minus 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, minus 2, 1, 1. And let us take matrix B as minus 4, 1, 5, 1, 2, 0, 1, 3, 1, which is order of 3 by 3. Because if both have same order, then only we can apply this property of transpose of matrices. A minus B whole transpose equals to A transpose minus B transpose. We have to prove this property. Let us find A minus B. To find A minus B whole transpose, let us take A minus B. As we know, as property of additions or subtractions, order of matrices should be same. That is why A minus B is, let us take matrix A and matrix B, that is minus 1 minus of minus plus 4, that is 3, and 2 minus 1. We have here 2 minus 1, minus 1 minus into minus plus 4, that is 3, 2 minus 1, 1, and 3 minus 5 minus 2. Similarly, 5 minus 1, 4, 7 minus 2, 5, 9 minus 0, 9, 2 minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, minus 3, 1 minus 3, minus 2, 1. We have, it's a transpose, means we are changing rows as columns. We have, which is 3 by 3 matrix. So students, once again I am repeating, now we are checking one of the property of transpose of matrices, that is, we have to find A minus B and its transpose. We got, if after finding this, if the value of A transpose minus B transpose equals to same, so our property will be true. Of course, it will be true. It is proved one. So let us check whether A transpose minus B transpose is 3, 4, minus 3, 1, 5, minus 2, minus 2, 9, 0, which is 3 by 3 matrix. Once again, I am repeating. Students, we are continuing the topic, whatever we discussed in previous classes. And then we consider two matrices which are of 3 by 3 order. Then we are checking the property on the subtraction, which is A minus B transpose equal to A transpose minus B transpose. Now we found A minus B. As you know how to do subtraction. Then after we got A minus B and find transpose of A minus B, then after we'll check these two, A transpose minus B transpose. If these two are equal, it will be true. Yes, it will be true, no doubt. Now let us find the value of A transpose minus B transpose. We know what is meaning of transpose of a matrix. Let us change rows, columns as rows, or else rows as columns. That is up to you. So here we changed first row as first column, second row as second column, third row as third column. That is A transpose minus B transpose. Again, first row as first column, second row as second column, third row as third column. We found, we have A transpose minus B transpose. Minus means subtraction. Symbol will change wherever possible. Minus 1, minus into minus, yes, plus 1 plus 4, minus 1 plus 4, that is plus 3. 5 minus 1, yes, 4. Minus 2 minus 1, minus 3. 2 minus 1, 1, because 2 is larger number. 7 minus 2, 5. 1 minus 3, minus 2, larger number is 3. Symbol is negative. 3 minus 5, minus 2. 9 minus 0, 9. 1 minus 1, 0. So here, students, observe, here we have A minus B transpose as the 3 by 3 matrix. 3, 4, minus 3, 1, 5, minus 2, 9, 0. If after finding A transpose minus B transpose also, we got the same result. From this, what can we conclude, students? Yes, A minus B whole transpose equals to A transpose minus B transpose, which is verified. So, this is the way to check the properties or applications on transpose of matrices which are applicable. So, till this problem you all learn about transpose of matrix, and some applications are properties of transpose of matrix, symmetric matrix, skew symmetric matrix, and how to write a given matrix in the as a symmetric matrix or skew symmetric matrix, and how to write a given matrix as the sum of its symmetric and skew symmetric forms. You learn yesterday classes. Now you learn, we check the property A minus B whole transpose equal to A transpose minus B transpose when it is given. This is the way to do, and we'll discuss some more applications on transposition of matrices. Then after we'll discuss some elementary operations elementary operation of transpose of matrices, or elementary operations of transpose of matrix, and invertible of matrix, inverse of matrix if exist. How to solve you will learn further. Yes, students. Now, previous problem we discussed one of the application on transpose of matrices, that is A minus B whole transpose equals to A transpose minus B transpose. Wherever possible, subtraction between those given matrices we can apply, like A plus B whole transpose equals to A transpose plus B transpose, AB whole transpose equals to B transpose into A transpose. Like that, some properties you will learn previous classes. Let us discuss one more application on transpose of matrices. If, or let us take B, if B matrix is defined as 2 by 2 order matrix, which is cos alpha sin alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha, then verify that B transpose into B equals to identity matrix, which is order of 2 by 2. Means when we multiply a square matrix, generally we will get identity matrix which is 2 by 2 if exist, if possible. So here B transpose into B equals to identity element which is order of 2 by 2. We have to verify this. Let us we take B matrix, matrix B, which is given as cos alpha sin alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha, which is order of 2 by 2. If you take the transpose of given matrix, transpose, you know, I'm changing rows as columns. Cos alpha sin alpha, it is row, it become column, but order is remain same, because when we change a square matrix, I mean when we write a transpose of a square matrix, the resultant matrix or transpose of given matrix also will be a square matrix. So as we discussed earlier, so you can remind this point. So B transpose will be cos alpha sin alpha. This row become column, and this row become minus sin alpha cos alpha. This row becomes second column, which is order of 2 by 2. Let us we check the product of B and the transpose to itself. So if you take product, you know well, when we multiply two matrices, row into column and sum. So cos alpha into cos alpha, cos square alpha. We discussed in trigonometric function last year, and you know earlier class also. Of course, when we multiply x into x, it becomes x square. As per that, cos alpha into cos alpha, cos square alpha. Please don't write cos alpha square. Never. We shouldn't write the product of trigonometric function as the product of its angles, because the meaning will change. Example, cos 45 into cos 45. If you write cos 45 square, it becomes cos of 20,000, 2025. The total entire value get changes. That is why that square belongs to only trigonometric function, not for angle for which it defines. So cos alpha into cos alpha, cos square alpha, plus sin alpha into sin alpha, sin square alpha, row into column, plus addition wherever possible. Again, first row into second column with addition, plus into minus, minus cos alpha into sin alpha, minus cos alpha sin alpha, plus into plus, plus sin alpha into cos alpha, sin alpha cos alpha. Again, second row into first column, plus into minus, minus into plus, minus sin alpha into cos alpha, sin alpha cos alpha, minus sin alpha cos alpha, plus into plus, plus cos alpha into sin alpha, cos alpha sin alpha. Again, second row into second column, minus into minus, plus. We know same symbol if you multiply it becomes plus. Sin square alpha, plus into plus, plus cos square alpha. So we have here 1, these two get cancelled, 0, these two get cancelled, 0, this total value 1. I mean, it is an identity matrix. You learn about identity matrix very beginning of the chapter. So it is 2 by 2 order identity element. So we proved that the product of B transpose into B for these given matrices, it is identity matrix of 2 by 2. Once again I am repeating, students. Here it is given that matrix B is defined as 2 by 2 matrix, which is cos alpha sin alpha minus sin alpha cos alpha. So we have to verify that B transpose into B equals to I, means identity element of 2 by 2 order. So B we know it is given. B transpose is, let me change rows into columns. We have multiply B into transpose of itself. Then we have cos alpha into cos alpha cos square alpha plus sin alpha into sin alpha sin square alpha row into column. Again plus into minus, minus cos alpha into sin alpha plus sin alpha into cos alpha first row into second column. Then after minus into plus, minus sin alpha cos alpha plus cos alpha sin alpha second row into first column. Again minus into minus plus sin alpha into sin alpha sin square alpha plus cos alpha into cos alpha cos square alpha. You know well, in earlier classes or in trigonometric functions, you people learn about identity of trigonometric identities. In earlier class also you have learned sin square alpha plus cos square alpha or cos square alpha plus sin square alpha value is 1. Identity you have learned, trigonometric identity you learn in a previous class. These two get cancelled, 0. Cos, again these two get cancelled, 0. Again sin square alpha plus cos square alpha is equal to 1. Since the value, since we know sin square alpha plus cos square alpha is equals to 1, which you learn in previous class as an identity. I mean in 10th class you learn about trigonometric identities. That is sin square alpha plus cos square alpha is equal to 1. Secant square alpha minus tan square alpha is equal to 1. Third identity, cosecant square alpha minus cos square alpha is equals to 1. These are all the applications you learn on transformations of matrices. Let us discuss some operations on transformation of matrices with examples. These operations of transformation of matrices, I mean elementary operations of transformation of matrices, is useful for finding inverse of given matrix. So let us discuss one more concept, and with one more part we will finish this chapter. Learn and revise thoroughly. You can get clarification of your doubts after coming back to school. Yes, we'll continue. Yes, students. Now let us discuss one more problem, which is the application on transformation or transpose of matrices. So if A is given as 2 by 2 matrix 1 5 minus 1 2, then we have to show that matrix A we can write as half of it's a symmetric matrix plus half of skew symmetric matrix. I mean A plus A dash. We discussed how to write given matrix in the form of or as a symmetric matrix or else as a skew symmetric matrix. I mean if a square matrix A is defined, then A plus A transpose is a symmetric matrix and A minus A transpose is a skew symmetric transpose. Now let us find A transpose as, so already we learn A plus, if a square matrix A is given, A plus A transpose will be symmetric matrix. A minus A transpose will be skew symmetric matrix. So let us we check, or we have to show that we can write any square matrix which is given as a sum of its symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. Let us we check. Okay, so now when A is given, matrix A is given, which is 2 by 2 order as defined as 1 5 minus 1 2, then its transpose, I mean A transpose will be 1 5 minus 1 2, I mean rows become columns. So it is also a square matrix. Then after, let us we find A plus A transpose, that is 1 5 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 5 2, its transpose. Then 1 plus 1 2, 5 plus of minus 1, 5 minus 1 4, minus 1 plus 5 plus 4, because larger number positive, as you know, 2 plus 2 4. We have, it is a symmetric matrix. If you want, you can check. Symmetric matrix means what? If you change, if transpose of given matrix to itself, then it's called symmetric matrix. Then after, find A minus A transpose, that is 1 5 minus 1 2 minus 1 minus 1 5 2, then 1 minus 1 0, 5 minus of minus plus 5 plus 1 6, minus 1 minus 5 minus 6, 2 minus 2 0. So we have one skew symmetric matrix form, symmetric form. So we have A plus A transpose, A minus A transpose. Then let us recheck whether it is true, the given relation is true or not. Let me write A plus A transpose is, we got as 2 4 4 4, which is square matrix. A minus, and it is symmetric matrix also, skew symmetric matrix we got like this, students. Then after, let us substitute here, we should get matrix A which is given, then it is verified or true. Of course it will be true. So students, we have the result, we got the result. A plus A transpose, which is symmetric matrix, is 2 4 4 4, which is order 2 by 2. Then after, we have A minus A transpose, that is 0 6 minus 6 minus 6 0, which is 2 by 2 order, which is a skew symmetric matrix. Let us we check whether this relation true or not. That is, A is A we can write as half of A plus A transpose plus half of A minus A transpose. Let us we factorize half from this. Half, same thing, right, which is RHS side. We have the way to prove some equations. Sometimes we'll take LHS, will prove that is equal to RHS. In some cases we'll take RHS, will prove equals to LHS. Sometimes we'll prove both separately. We will conclude that both are equal. Here any one method we can do out of these three. Now we are taking second method. That is, let us we take RHS, then substitute the values whatever we have, prove it is equals to LHS. So half of A plus A transpose plus half of A minus A transpose. We know here half we can factorize. Half is factorized from these two terms, I mean products, half, and we know A plus A transpose as the matrix, square matrix, 2 by 2 order 2 4 4 4 plus A minus A transpose, we have 0 6 minus 6 0. Let us we substitute half, and 2 plus 0 2, 4 plus 6 10, 4 minus 4 plus into minus minus 4 minus 6 minus 2, 4 plus 0 4. Now when we multiply by any algebraic term, I mean constant or variable, you know K of A, when we multiply a matrix by K, it belongs to each and every element of that matrix. That is, we have to multiply half into 1 by 2, half into 2, 2 by 2, half into 10, 10 by 2, half into minus 2, minus 2 by 2, half into 4, 4 by 2. Let us cancel it. 2 ones are 2 ones are 1 by 1 1, 2 ones are 2 5 are 5 by 1 5, minus 2 by 2, 2 ones are 2, minus 1 we have, minus 1 by 1, minus 1, minus 1, 4 by 2 we have 2, that is A. So from this we can conclude that, then we, 1 minute, then we can conclude, therefore, it is verified that A we can write as sum of, half of sum of its symmetric and skew symmetric matrices. So verified, it's verified now. This is the way to prove, students. So now just go through the problem and check and do stepwise correctly, then you'll get ultimately correct answer. So one more time I'm saying, don't forget to revise each and every concept of this chapter. Let us discuss about elementary operations of transpose of matrices to find its inverse of given matrices if exist, because only for square matrix, that too in some conditions only invertible. I mean inverse is existed to given square matrix in few conditions, means for each and every matrix square, each and every square matrix there is no inverse. So in some conditions inverse is exist. Where inverse is exist, we'll find by using operations on elementary operations of transpose of matrices. So how to do we will discuss. Let us be discussed now. Yes, students, till now you people learn about transpose of matrices and its applications. But now we will discuss, let us be discuss about inverse of matrix if exist. But before going to learn about inverse of matrices, you have to learn about elementary operations or transformation of a matrix. First one, there are 6 operations, transformations on matrix, 3 of which are due to rows, 3 are due to columns. Total, how many total students? 3 are on rows, 3 are on columns. I mean by interchanging the rows or columns. That is called transformations or elementary operations. These we will apply in a given matrix to find inverse if exist. So now first, there are 6 operations of transformation on matrix, 3 of which are due to rows and 3 due to columns, which are known as elementary operations or transformations. The first operation is the interchange of any 2 rows or 2 columns. Symbolically, the interchange of ith or jth rows or else ith columns, ith or jth columns denoted by Ri. R stands for rows. Ri is transformation into Rj, or Ci is transformation to Cj. I mean ith row, jth row. Ith row convert into jth row convert into 8th row, or else ith column can change into jth column, I mean first row, second column, like that. First row change into second row change into first row, first column can change, first row change into first column, first row change into second row change into first row, interchanging, or else second column change into first column, or else first column change into second column. Let us we discuss with example. So how many operations are there total? We have total elementary operations on of matrices are 6. 3 are due to rows, 3 are due to columns. First one is the interchange of any 2 rows or 2 columns. Symbolically we can change ith row as jth row as ith row, or else ith column as jth column as ith column, because I and j we are representing, because that is a variable. Which row or which column we can transfer, I mean any column or row of the given square matrix we can change according our convenient to find its inverse if exist. So that is why we are writing Ri is transformed into Rj column. I mean ith row changing into jth row, or is jth row change into ith row, or ith column change into jth column. I mean first column, first row, like that. I and j are representing, which are unknown. Let us discuss this point with one example problem, easy to understand. Now we will discuss this first operation or transformation of matrix. Let us we take one matrix 3 by 3 matrix A 1 2 minus 3 5 0 7 minus 6 0. Apply R1 to R2. I mean vice versa. By it is nothing but two sides transformation. So R1 is changing into R2. R2 is transformation to R1. I mean we are interchanging rows. First row to second row to first row. So here 2 for this first row here. First row 1 2 minus 3, that is become second row. What is second row 5 0 7, that become first row. This is called interchanging or transformation or elementary operation of matrices. Same thing for columns also. C2 is changing into C3, vice versa. I mean no change in first column 1 5 minus 6, but third column becomes second column becomes first column, I mean third column. So we can apply these operations or transformations to find inverse, depends on need, if exist in a square matrix. So first transformation is discussed with this example. Once again I am repeating, we are applying R1, I mean we are interchanging R1 row into R2 row, R2 row into R1 row. I mean interchanging two rows. First row we changed as second row we changed as first row. This is okay. Apply C2 to C3. I mean second column to third column to second column. So two columns are interchanged, two rows are interchanged. This is called one of the transformation of matrix, which is useful to find inverse of matrix if exists. Let us discuss some more. So now previously we discussed first operation or transformation of matrix, that is interchanging rows and columns. Any two rows or columns we discuss. Now second operation or second transformation. So here one is on rows, one is on columns. Total two operations are done. Now in second point, the multiplication of the elements. I mean multiplication of the elements of any row or column by a non-zero number. Non-zero number nothing but constant, students. So now let us take the matrix B, which is order of 3 by 3 as 10 8 4 3 6 9 0 0 1, which is 3 by 3 order. So apply 1 by 2 R1. I mean multiply R1 row by 1 by 2. When we multiply by not only 1 by 2, students, any constant number we can multiply, even irrational number also. For our convenience to find its inverse, we can, if exist, for a square matrix. So when we multiply by 1 by 2, 10 into 1 by 2, 5. 8 into 1 by 2, 4. If you want to do stepwise, that is not an issue. Okay, students, I will explain how you got. So 10 by 2, 1 by 2 into 10, 10 by 2, 8 by 2, 4 by 2, 3, 6, 9, 0, 0, 1. Then after 2 1s are 2 5s, 2 1s are 2 4s, 2 1s are 2 2s. So we got the new matrix as 5, 4, 2, 3, 6, 9, 0, 0, 1, which is order of 3 by 3. Similarly, apply 1 by 3 of C3. So we have C3 means third column. So first let us consider B matrix as 10 8 4 3 6 9 0 0 1, which is order 3 by 3. We are checking the multiplication of the elements of any row or column by a non-zero number. Apply 1 by 2 R1 means multiply first row by 1 by 2, that is 10 by 2, 8 by 2, 4 by 2, means we are multiplying first row by 1 by 2, only first row elements. We have 5, 4, 2, they remain same, no change, students, because we are applying 1 by 2 R1. I mean divide R1 elements of row 1 by 1 by 2, we got the resultant matrix. Now apply 1 by 3 C3 means third column multiplied by 1 by 3 or else divide by 3. Now we have third column, students. 10 3 0 first column no change, 8 6 0 no change in second column, but third row third column 4 by 3 9 by 3 1 by 3. Now we have 10 8 4 by 3 3 6 3 1 3 3 0 0 1 by 3. So this is the method to apply elementary operations or transformations of a matrix. This is second one. In that second one, and rows 1 and columns 1 2 before interchanging of 2 rows or interchanging of 2 columns 2, total 4 operations are done. 2 more operations are there. With example we'll discuss that also. Tomorrow, next class we'll discuss how these all operations are elementary operations are transformation useful to find inverse of square matrix if exist. Let us discuss 2 more operations. Now third elementary operation, students, listen carefully. You can refer textbook also, e-textbook. The addition to the elements of any row or column, the corresponding elements of any other row or column multiplied by any non-zero number symbolically Ri row is changed as Ri plus k into Rj row, or else Ci column is changed as Ci plus k into Cj column. Ij stands for first column, second column, third column, first row, second row, third row, like that. So once again I am repeating, friends, the addition to the elements of any row or column, row wise, column wise, the corresponding elements of any other row or column multiplied by any non-zero number, symbolically we can write. Let us we apply for row wise, columns also will discuss one more example. Let us we take one matrix, 2 by 2 matrix, that is 1 2 1 2 2 minus 1, which is 2 by 2 order. We are applying R2 row, we are changing or transforming, we are applying the transformation of R2 row as R2 minus 2R1. The element of R2 second row minus 2 into element of first row. So if you take 2 is first element minus first row, first element of first row is 1, 2 ones are 2, 2 minus 2. Similarly, minus 1, minus into plus, minus into, so minus into plus, minus 2 2 is a 4. We have minus 1, minus 4, then 1, 2, 2 minus 2, 0, minus 1, minus 4, minus 5. This we applied this property. Sum means no rule always plus, students, it may be negative also. Plus into minus, it become minus. We can write this one as like this. Plus of minus 2R1. What it become? Minus only, na? So it is sum only, na? Sum means not every time addition. It may be subtraction because of that negative sign. So we applied row wise. Let us discuss for column wise also. So row wise we changed R2 row as R2 plus of minus 2R1. We got this result. Means row, second row only we are changing. R2 value in first 2 minus, plus into minus, minus 2 ones are 2. Similarly minus 1, plus into minus, minus 2 to the 4. We have this one by applying row wise. Now column wise, C1 we are changing as C1 plus 2C2. Second column element. So now we have 1. First element of first column is 1 plus 2 to the 4. 1 plus 4, 5. Now second element 2 plus into minus, minus 2 and the 2. 2 minus 2, 0. So this second column no change. So first column we are changing as C1 plus 2C2. C1 we are changing as sum of C1 and 2 times of C2 element, that is 1 plus 2 to the 4, because we have first element in second column is 2, that is 4. Again C1, I mean here 2 plus into minus 2 ones are 2. We got the resultant matrix like this. So till now you learn two operations by changing to any two rows or columns, two operations. Again, how to add or subtraction with a constant term, and the second operation you have learned just now. Now addition of, I mean multiplying by a constant number any row or column, that is two operations. Again the addition are to the elements of any row or column, the corresponding elements, any other row or column multiplied by any non-zero number for row wise, column wise. Totally 6 elementary operations or transformation of matrices you people learn. These are useful to find inverse of given square matrix whenever exist, but no rule existence of inverse for every given square matrix. Wherever exist we will, but we can say whether exist or not also by applying these elementary operations. How to find inverse of given square matrix by using these elementary operations, 6 elementary operations, we'll discuss next class. But don't forget to revise all the concepts whatever learned related to these topics. Please go through textbook and complete the home assignment as it is given. Let us discuss again after coming back to the class. Wherever you have doubts, you can get clarifications. Thank you.